Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will show you how propaganda is created, not by me making it, but by the Telegraph. The Telegraph is a British media outlet, and I just picked them because it was a low-hanging fruit and was very easy for me to just smack it, fall down, and get it. Okay? Now, they will try to get an incident and then conflate it, make it sound like another one, and then make the connection between the two. Therefore, Putin is like Stalin, for instance. He was Putin was also like Adolf, but hey, it seems like now Stalin is the example. Remember, Stalin, his name was Vissarionovich Djugashvili. He was a Georgian, okay? So he was not a Russian. No, niet. And then Adolf was not a Russian either. Adolf was something else, okay? And I can name other guys that were not Russians, like, I don't know, Mao Zedong, Pol Pot, or whatever his name is, and others in... that's good enough. All right, so let's get going with this article where these guys are starting by saying that in destroying Ukraine's dams, Putin is following in Stalin's footsteps. Okay, so the Telegraph says that. And they're going to give us three pictures here, right? Three faces. Adolf, Vladimir, and whatever his name is, Joseph Vissarionovich, right? The destruction of Kakhovka Dam in Ukraine seemingly, thank you very much, but it's even by Russian forces, is being called the largest man-made disaster in Europe since Chernobyl in 1986, unleashing a flood of water across the war zone and putting more than 80 settlements and 16,000 people in danger. Okay? That's bad. All right, let's go with this. Mass crimes, as any crime, obviously is a bad thing. Now we got that out of the way, and we get into telling who's who, what's what. So let's see how many people died. Let's say the Russians did. Let's say Putin did it. He just said, I'm going to get up right now. All right, let's say he did it. Let's see how many people died. The destruction also should be considered, but we're not talking about the destruction right now, because even with that, I will it up. Not the show, but something else. Now, let's go here and see. So we have here an article from Ukrainska Pravda from today. Today at 7th of June, 2023, Wednesday, 21:36. That's 35. 3 people dead due to flooding in occupied Olesky in Kherson Oblast. All right? 3 people have died due to flooding in temporary. That's a lot, but still 3. All right? Unfortunately, there are first reports about fatalities caused by the flooding. As I said, it's not good. And they specify that 3 people have died in the evening. Not good at all. Okay, but then this is supposed to elevate this guy to these guys is right? In destroying Ukraine's dams, Putin is following in Stalin's footsteps. Stalin down here, we find he killed some people in the same way that Putin did. Says here, right? There are other examples of man-made floods intended to impede an army. Perhaps the most destructive and long-lasting was in 1938, when the Chinese destroyed dikes along the Yellow River as part of their scorched earth strategy to hamper the Japanese. It worked, but at a terrible cost. Somewhere between 30,000 to 90,000 drowned, with as many as 500,000 dying from its after effects, especially famine. The dikes were not repaired until 1947. I don't see anybody here. Another head here. I don't see it, even though, maybe some heads could be. Anyway, so that's one. Now let's go to this one. Regrettably, the deliberate demolition of dams in war is far from uncommon. This is not the first time Ukraine has suffered so devastatingly. The decision of Stalin's secret police, who was in charge? Was it Kaganovich? Why don't you tell us the name, and then we can look at his biography. I dare you. To blow up the Zaporozhye Dam in 1941, only 150 kilometers away from Kakhovka, and now the site of the synonymous nuclear power plant, is believed to have killed somewhere between 20,000 and 100,000 people. So this is the Georgian Stalin right here, with his secret police, and the chief was, we can find out. Should we find out? Let's say 1941. Let's see who was they are vague, Stalin's secret police. Okay, but let me try to find out for you. Okay, so we're honest about it. All right, this is what I found. Okay, so we have NKVD. All right, and this is the People's Commissariat for Internal Affairs, however you want to call it, secret police, not whatever. Let's go here. We go here nicely. 1941, right? Let's get to that one. And we get here, and we go here nicely, and we find out that in February 1941 organization was like this, and then 1941 to 43 it changes, no names here, and then 43 down. So I got the 1941, and I got the People's Commissar of State Security, this guy right here. Okay, this guy. So I'm going to get on him, and we find out that this guy, right, was the head of the NKVD from February to July 1941, and again from April 1943 to March 1946. So when did that happen again? It doesn't say the date, 1941. I have to find out now when the Zaporozhye Dam was blown up. So let's go and see that one. All right, so I found here on August 1941, see here, on the right bank and seized the island. The Germans, the Red Army, blew a 120 by 10 meters hole in the Dnieper hydroelectric dam on 18th of August. So this guy was not there in the 18th of August because he was right there. Here it says, when was he in office? That from February 1941 to July. So he was not in charge. Someone else was in charge. Now I go back to these guys, not that guys, no, these guys obviously. I go with this, pam, 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 and I'm trying to find out who succeeded him, because I can find here 1941, and what should I find? 1943, because between 1941 and 1943, that's nobody here. And then it says 1943 organization. Again, the guy, this guy. Well, we go with this guy. I'm just gonna tell you that he was born in Azerbaijan. His father was his Russian father and Georgian mother, and he was part of Beria's gang. Beria was a Georgian, right here. If you really want to know, was a Georgian Bolshevik. All right, Beria was a criminal of the lowest, and he was a pedophile and other things. So anyway, we got these things covered. Now let's go to me, and as I said, a crime is a crime, a criminal is a criminal. We're gonna go right now to find out actually someone else who committed two crimes actually on two different days, on August 6 and August 9. Remember, 1945, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Let's see how many people died there instantly. All right, we don't call it a crime. Anyway, let's go there. Where are you? Right here. How many people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? According to Newsweek, right? This is from 8/3, so August 3rd, 2020. And we go down here and we find out that it is estimated that around 140,000 people of Hiroshima's population of 350,000 were killed in the bombing, and it's estimated around 74 people died in Nagasaki. So that would definitely make 214,000 people. But right, it says in Hiroshima around 80,000 people were killed immediately when the bomb was dropped. In Nagasaki, around 40,000 people were killed instantly. Tens of thousands of others died in the aftermath of radiation poisoning and the injuries. Okay, so this is what they state. So then we have this guy right here rather. And you know who this guy is? You know who this guy is? I think you know, right? This guy is with this. This goes with, close this, with this. All right? But somehow he is not here. All right? So how many people died so far here? 3 people died. Hey, how many here? I already told you. All right? So if we are to call, you know, a spade, then call a spade a spade. That's what it is. You got those people killing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, like that. And this guy killed 3 in this case. They're all criminals. All right? So, nevertheless, just think about it. And look to see who was between 1941 August and who was the chief of NKVD in 1941 after what was 8th or 9th of August. Find that out. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.